that should be everything ready to go. Hi. Is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Gladly, Kirby didn't become a forgotten game for streaming. Well, it did for, I think it's been over half a year. I think the last time I played this game was August of 2022. Early August, too, so yeah, it's been a little bit since I've come back to this world. Game audio is louder than me. Thank you. Literally, I was just about to ask if I needed to adjust audio at all. And there's my answer. Played Kirby 6K. Yeah, I know. I still... That's why I'm committed to finishing this, just because that was the commitment that I made. It's like, hey, I'm gonna reach 6K, let's play Kirby. So I'm sticking it through to the end. Plus, I actually enjoy the game, so it's not like it's suffering and misery for me to play it. I just haven't been super interested in doing so. Because while I like it, it's not like my favorite thing in the world. It's been 20k subs since I started the game. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that happened, but it's been one hell of a year, let me tell you. Hopefully this won't be the last Kirby game that I play. Well, I don't want to say definitively that it'll be the last game I play in the series, but I certainly won't be going out of my way to play anymore after this. I don't think. So yeah, I think game audio should be good now. If I need to adjust the audio any further, let me know. But things should be ready to roll. Yeah, this has been a very mentally taxing week for me, for a variety of different reasons. It's been incredibly stressful and annoying. So today we're just gonna relax and we're gonna play some Kirby. It's a cute little Kirby going on Kirby adventures. It's gonna be great. And I've also completely forgotten how to play this game, so it's gonna be an interesting experience trying to jump right into the final world, the lava world nonetheless, after having not played this game since August. I'm sure nothing will go wrong with this master plan. This week was also a bit of a teardown for you. I am sorry to hear that. For anyone who's had a rough week, you can share in solidarity of relaxing Kirby adventures. Take our mind off all the worries that plague us. Anyway, let's begin. So, oh my lord, it's raining fire. Okay, A is jump, B is the thing I use to eat people. What can I eat? It's the nearest entity which I can consume. That thing up there? Oh my, oh, okay, that was not part of the plan. I have completely forgotten how to play this game. Give me that. Okay, now it's coming back to me. Now it's coming back to me. Now I can use the power of my sword to murder people violently. My giant sword. This is a commonly stressful week. Yeah, I guess a lot of people had a bit of a rough week for likely a wide array of reasons. And now we can all take our mind off of it with cute Kirby action where he violently murders people with a giant sword that's probably heavier than him. Oh, one of the things is defeat to something. I didn't see. Oh my. Okay. How about that jump? Nope. I'll just let them sink. That's fine. They can sink and die. Except I might grab this coin. Because why not? Oh boy. Yeah, of all worlds to jump right back into, perhaps the lava world wasn't the best one. Perhaps I'm being thrown into the deep end here. There's another one of those... no. No, my sword, no. Come back to me. Come back to me, my sword. Thank you. Is he just gonna sit there like an asshole? I guess he's just gonna sit there like an asshole. Well, makes him easy prey, so don't mind me. Alright, I was pretty sure that was one of the Woofle things that I defeated earlier. So that's one of the Waddle Dees. Oh my lord, fire is everywhere. Fire is everywhere all the time. You just finished playing 13 Sentinels? I assume you're referring to 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which is a game that I have not played, but was recommended for me to play a couple of years ago. Maybe one day I will actually play it. The odds are slim, but there's a chance. I know pretty much nothing about it, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was a fun experience. Also, I'm certainly not going to get all the Waddle Dees on my first run through. We'll have to do some cleanup. I'm just gonna try to get back to grips with actually playing this game before I worry about hunting down all the little hidden things. Although, as I say that, this appears to be a hidden passageway. Can I enter here? Oh, that makes me sad. I was hoping that there would be a hidden Waddle Dee in there. You started playing Celeste 2 days ago. It's a nice experience. Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing Celeste for the most part. Feels a lot. Oh man, that was early last year that I played Celeste for the first time. Despite not being that long ago. Oh boy howdy, have things radically changed since then. When did Celeste come out? That I don't know. My gut answer was 2018 because I know Brooks loves Celeste. It's like one of his all-time favorite games, and I first remembered him talking about Celeste. In fact, we watched a negative review of Celeste together, and it made him very upset because they were not kind to the game at all for completely unjustifiable reasons. And I remember us doing that in 2018, so I don't know if that's when it came out, but I assume it was around that time, because that's the earliest memory I have of knowing that Celeste was a thing that existed in the world. Is there gonna be something up here? Oh, okay. Aha! I had a feeling. I had a feeling there'd be something behind that wall if I waited long enough. And what are you? Oh, it's the drill thing. Uh-oh. That's not good. Up we go. Okay, ow. Drill underneath. Thank you. Alright, what did that get me? That got me this thing. Which I can use to spray water at people. If it was made in 2018, it was made, I guess it's GameSpot. It wasn't like a mainstream journalist or anything. I think it was, I don't remember who exactly it was. I just know that it was a negative review that we watched. How do I get rid of this? Oh, that's how I do that. Okay. Let's see, hidden coins. Aha. I think that might have just been a random collectible that didn't actually help me at all. I suppose drilling under that is not an option. How's that upcoming Incredibles 2 Supercut video of mine coming up? That is, like, the last thing on my mind at the moment. I have way too many other things I need to worry about before I even think about stitching the Incredibles 2 series together. So, maybe I'll get around to that at one point, but it will be way later this year if I do. But how's my video essay production going? Slower than I'd like. I'm taking... If I can keep my phone from falling off so I can actually read chat. Slower than I'd like, that's for sure. I've taken on way too much than I can realistically handle. And I'm just desperately trying to keep my head above water with it all. But hopefully, if all goes well, hopefully April there'll be a lot more for the main channel. Plus was 2018? Okay, so that's what I thought. What's my opinion on the Owl House? Well, I assume, since you're asking, you'll probably already know the answer. Since I've not exactly made I haven't exactly made it a secret as to what I feel about the Owl House. It's one of my all-time favorite shows. It's whether it becomes my favorite show of all time is going to be entirely dependent on whether the final episode can stick the landing, because there's a lot riding on that final episode. Like, a lot riding on it. They gave Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze 6 out of 10. Oh yeah, that. That whole debacle with the 6 out of 10 for Tropical Freeze. That was an interesting review. The only thing I really remember about it, because I watched it around the time of my Tropical Freeze LP, and since then most of the specifics I've kind of flushed out of my brain, but the one thing I'm pretty sure they said was that the levels felt like they lacked creativity while they're showing footage in the background of, like, swinging across giraffe necks and things like that. Just very, very poor synergy between what was what was being said and what was being shown on screen, which is part of the reason why editing my videos takes so long, is because I meticulously go frame by frame to make sure everything that I'm saying correlates in some way with what's being shown on screen, because that if those two things are dissonant, then it can really rip you out of the experience. Also, I lost my drill, which is unfortunate. Hopefully I can retrieve it, or get something better at some point. Or I'll just take this and throw bombs at people. Yeet. You love how the gameplay in the background completely contradicted the review. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I really value, even though it takes forever and it's incredibly taxing. That's why I value the. Oh wait, hold on. I see a thing over here. That's why I value being very, very careful with what clips I choose to show and when, because it can really make or break a video. Have I seen the promo trailer for the Owl House finale? No, and I've deliberately gone out of my way to avoid watching it. YouTube and Twitter are adamantly trying to prevent me from being able to stop myself from watching it. Twitter has actively recommended to me Twitter accounts like that have the Owl House TOH spoilers in the username because the world hates me. It's like I've never had to fight this hard to not get spoiled on something before. It's kind of incredible. It's all over YouTube, it's all over Twitter, and I'm pretty sure I already have received one major spoiler that I would really rather have experienced myself when the episode actually came out. So, no, I haven't seen the trailer. No, I don't want to. And I'm sure it's going to get even harder to avoid watching that kind of stuff the closer we get to the actual premiere date for the final episode. Oh, I'm stuck. I can't see myself when I'm stuck. I think he ate me. I don't know. Take my bombs. Goodbye. They better not pull the It's a Dream card. I mean, I kind of... So, when I had that concern... Well, let me spit this out. I want this. Actually, wait, do I want this? Sure. Just to mix it up, I'll do ice. I prefer the bombs, but I'll mix it up. I was being legit when I said on Discord server that a horrifying thought had occurred to me. That they might try to do an It's All a Dream, or some variant of it. Because I could, if you force me to, I could, or I guess my ice powers are not as effective as I thought they were. If you put a gun to my head, I could feasibly come up with a way to link an It's All a Dream cliche to the thematics and the story of the show as it's gone up until this point. So it's not entirely out of the question, that and the episode being called Watching and Dreaming. But realistically, I would be surprised if the Owl House team actually thought. Also, I'm immediately regretting picking this ice thing. I would be legitimately amazed, and not in a good way, if the Owl House team actually thought that that was the correct way to end the show. So I don't think we have to worry about that. They compared Tropical Freeze to Super Mario Bros. U and said that Super Mario Bros. U had better level design. Uh-oh. Oh well. It would appear I got distracted reading chat and I committed die. That is unfortunate. But it also means that I can ditch the ice thing and actually use a different ability. The ice thing was not working out for me all that well. Yeah, so this is coming from someone who really, really likes New Super Mario Bros. U, which apparently is somewhat controversial. I've seen some discourse that people aren't huge on the New Super Mario Bros. Wii and U games, respectively. I've heard a lot of love. The main thing I've heard is that the DS games are just so much better, which, hey, maybe they are. But I've only played Wii and Wii U, and I really, really like both those games. But coming from someone who has very, very positive feelings about them, Tropical Freeze is like 1,000,001 times better, and it's honestly not even a fair comparison to make. Not even vaguely fair of a comparison to make. Oh, I didn't realize it was going to keep spinning. I thought it was going to stop and let me get on. Clearly that was a faulty assumption for me to make. See, now we face the problem of which way is the correct way to go. I want to explore that little side path over there. Oh my lord. Ah, windmill. Can I move? Thank you. Blast. What are my thoughts on Puss in Boots 2? I loved it. I didn't think I was going to. Many people in the comments of my top 20 best movies of all time have pointed out that I said I had no faith in Puss in Boots 2, because I didn't. And honestly, I think a lot of people didn't really have much faith in it, because the first one was mediocre at best. But then everyone... I honestly wasn't even going to see it. I had no intentions of actually watching Puss in Boots 2 at all. And then it came out, and everyone was telling me how amazing it was, and I was like, really? I mean, okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll give it a shot, but I'm not expecting much here. And then I actually saw it, and it was like, oh, wow, that was legitimately incredible. I am impressed. I was very pleasantly surprised by that movie, and I am happy. I'm happy that that statement aged poorly. And let's see if I remember how to... Uh-oh. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Okay, that worked. But what did it give me? Ooh, it gave me a map. I got a Space Ranger blue... Oh, I got the Space Ranger blueprint, huh? How about that? How about that? I'm very happy that my statement about Puss in Boots 2 aged poorly, because I love that movie. You've been trying to avoid every footage spoilers for the Mario movie on YouTube. Oh yeah, so I am fortunate in that I really am not that invested in the new Mario movie. I mean, I'm gonna see it obviously because it's the Mario movie. It's like I had wanted to see a Mario movie ever since I was a little kid. Just that and a Sonic movie. So I'm gonna see it. I'm obligated to. I just, outside of plans I have for the channel, I just want to check it out. But I'm not like that interested in seeing it. I have no emotions riding on whether it's good or not. So it's easy for me to avoid spoilers. And if I do see something on YouTube, I can immediately flush it in my brain because I'm not that. I don't know what the word is. I'm not super. It's not something I'm very interested in, just conceptually. So it's easy for me to steer clear of those spoilers. But if you're, I was literally thinking about this just this morning. If you're super invested in the Mario movie and like that's something you really want to see, it must be hell right now because it feels like 70% of the movie has already been either leaked online or shown off in promo trailers or something like that. So, yeah, things aren't looking too great on that department. You have my deepest sympathies, because I know how painful it is to try to dodge spoilers. Am I going to watch it on Disney Channel or Disney Plus? Depends on what time I get home, because unfortunately, as usual, the universe hates me. On April 8th, I have a prior obligation I need to get to, which I'm not going to enjoy. I'm not going to enjoy the thing that I have to do on April 8th. I'm going out to dinner with people out of obligation who I don't really want to. So, yeah, I'm not gonna have fun at all, but it is what it is. You suffer through it to keep the peace or whatever. But once I get back, it depends on what time, because we're going to be at the dinner basically when the finale is premiering, which is going to be hell in terms of Discord notifications and Twitter notifications. So that's going to be fun. But, uh-oh. But if I get home at a reasonable hour, then I'll watch it on... I'll just watch the taping on Disney Channel. If I don't get home at a reasonable hour, then I'll watch it on YouTube. Or if I feel like waiting till the next day, then I'll just watch it on Disney Plus, because it's going to come out the next day on Disney Plus. So, I guess the short version of that answer is, I will watch whatever... I will watch it through whatever means allows me to view it the absolute fastest. Whatever that entails, whenever it entails it. But I still have about 2 weeks. God, there's only 2 weeks. I still have 2 weeks to sort that out. Uh-oh. And I need to time this a bit better. Hit it and run. Run, 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 run. You've been blogging so many channels. Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, it hasn't been working. Or I guess maybe it has. The problem is that there's so many channels that it doesn't really... It's like hitting... It's like trying to defeat the Ralph monster at the end of Ralph Breaks the Internet. For every bit of him you knock out, it doesn't really mean anything because there's so many more right around the corner that are just ready to screw you over. So it's pretty insignificant. But... And as usual, YouTube's not interested feature is completely worthless. Uh-oh. Thought that was gonna kill me for a second. That would have been highly unfortunate. Gimme. Alright, let me in. Let me in. I require the Waddle Dee. Are there any fandoms on Twitter without spoilers for no reason? You know, I don't think so, honestly. So... Believe it or not, even though literally the entire story of Halo Infinite was leaked, and I do mean literally the entire story, I've checked since... Uh-oh, I'm dead. I've checked since playing the game. The entire story, start to finish, of Halo Infinite was leaked in advance. And yet, I still had an easier time avoiding spoilers for that game than I am with the Owl House finale. I don't know how that's possible. Maybe because for some... I guess maybe a part of that has to do with the fact that with Halo Infinite, a lot of people just didn't care about the story anymore because Halo 5 was so bad that people were just like, yep, I guess that's another Halo game coming out. Oh boy, can't wait to see what happens next time. Whereas with the Owl House, people actually care about the story, so there's more people that are invested in seeing what happens next. But... by that same token, you'd think that would be the opposite thing, where if people are actually interested in what happens next, they wouldn't go out of their way to try to find more information. But there's just this weird... I talked about this a little bit in the most recent Last of Us 2 episode. There's this weird fascination that people have with trying to absorb as much information as is humanly possible on a piece of media before it actually comes out, and I cannot empathize with that at all. When it comes to... Because someone brought up, like, Smash characters for the DLC Fighter Pass or the Mario Kart Corsa Booster Pass. It's one thing to try to speculate on what might be added, but when there's literally trailers out there or clips from the show, I don't understand why people want to get that stuff before it comes. Like, isn't it to your benefit to want to experience it all blind for the first time and not have the whole story ruined for you in advance? I don't get that. And for what, give me, okay, I need to get in my brain that Y is spit. I need to retrain, give me this, please. Move, thank you. Y is spit. Y is how I get rid of the thing that I'm currently possessing. Okay, spit, and then absorb, and please jump. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, it's just a mindset. And, I mean, I guess to some extent, I did do that a little bit in middle school when it came to the FNAF games. I remember wanting to just voraciously devour any teaser image I could for, specifically Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was one that I was, like, trying to get as much info as possible in advance. But the thing that happened there is that once the game came out, because everyone had so accurately predicted what it was going to be about, there wasn't much secrets left to find. Except for the secrets that tore the fandom in half for arguably still to this day, the whole 83 versus 87 thing. So I don't know. It's never been a mindset I've been able to adopt for myself outside of that. Would I prefer for Luz to stay in the Boiling Isles or return home? Stay in the Boiling Isles. There's nothing tying her to her homeworld outside of her mother. And if I say anything else, I'm going to spoil the episodes that have already come out in Season 3, so I'll just leave it there. It would not be... I've thought about this for a while. It wouldn't be satisfying for her to... It wouldn't make any sense, character-wise, for her to go back. Unless the finale pulls some magic bullshit, I can't envision a satisfying ending where she goes back to the human realm. Also, sorry if I'm not reading your messages. I'm like really far behind in chat because I'm mainly focused on the game right now. So if I read your message from like 20 minutes ago, sorry. I'm just scrolling to keep up. I want to delete Twitter until the release date. See, that's a great idea. The only problem with that is that there's information from Twitter that I actually need to absorb. So it's sort of a minefield thing where it's like the correct choice is to just delete it, but unfortunately there's stuff on Twitter that I do actually need to keep up with outside of that. But also, this looks like boss zone. If you give me a lot of weapons, that usually means boss. I don't know if I like that. Don't know if I like that. But the other thing is that it doesn't really, like, Twitter's one thing, but so Twitter wasn't what spoiled me. Twitter has tried to spoil me. They've been adamant about really going out of their way to try to spoil me, but they've been unsuccessful so far. But the thing that actually got me was YouTube. Like, YouTube is where the spoiler came from, so sadly deleting Twitter wouldn't entirely solve the problem. And YouTube I can't delete because I have videos to make, so it's sadly, while it sounds like a great idea on paper, it doesn't really solve my fundamental problem. I mean, I guess it might mitigate it, but it wouldn't really stop it, I guess. Oh, I guess I lost my sword there for a little bit. Okay. The problem with New Super Mario Bros. Series is generic and pretty much the same game 4 times. I guess there's something to be said there, sir. I mean, I'd like to think that Super Mario Bros. U does enough different from Wii. Like, I feel like U was just a categorical improvement over New Super Mario Bros. Wii in pretty much every way. So it feels like a more refined version of what Wii was attempting to do. But I can definitely see where someone would think that they all feel the same. I've also only ever played 2 of the games. I've only played Wii and U, unless you count U and U Deluxe as 2 different things, which I don't, really. Like, I don't even... All the new additions in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, I just didn't really... I'm pretty sure the main thing was Toadette and Nabbit, which are basically just easy modes, which is great for people who want to use them, but I don't like that one of the new power-ups is basically just a look easy mode. Have fun. Would I say that Dina and Ellie from The Last of Us Part 2 are polar opposites in terms of chemistry from Illumity? Dude, that's not even fair. That's actually not fair. You can't compare the best written couple in fictional history to Dina and Ellie. Like, you can't do that. That's so wildly Dina and Ellie have zero personality. Well, maybe not. They have personality, they just don't have chemistry with each other. They don't feel like... It doesn't... I can't buy their relationship because they don't... They basically... Oh, wait, it's this... Oh, is this the prick that I spent, like... Oh, it's this prick again. Okay, let me... This is the prick that I beat without dodging, because people told me that I needed to dodge, and then I stubbornly refused, just to prove that I could do it. Well, now that I've demonstrated that I can do it without dodging, I actually probably should dodge this time, if I can even remember. Ow. Okay. This is gonna be a little rough. This is gonna be rough. Oh my lord, okay. Yeah, that certainly makes things easier. Unleash the Fire Brigade. Unleash the Fire Nation. Okay, this is probably gonna be a reset. Hopefully there's checkpoints between the bosses. Hopefully I don't have to redo every boss, because I'm getting the sense this is gonna be a boss gauntlet. Hopefully that doesn't happen. That would be very, very depressing. Alright, come at me. Do it again. One more time. The slowdown is very helpful. Slowdown is very, very much appreciated. Okay. I thought I could finish him off right there. Sadly, I could not. Oh, this is bad. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Is that it? Well, that was easier than last time. That was significantly easier than last time. Anyway, where was I? You thought Puss in Boots 2 would be a big failure? I think everyone, well, maybe not big failure, but I didn't think it would be very good. And I was pleasantly surprised. I think most people had minimal faith in Puss in Boots 2. Oh, check. Okay, good. So I don't have to redo the whole thing. All right, let me. Oh, I was going to say let's pause here and let me try to catch up on chat a little bit, and then I started rolling down the hill. So maybe that's not the best idea. So can I just not jump? Okay, yeah, I needed to not jump there, and gravity would naturally take me where I needed to go. And same thing here. Looks like, although there was an upper route. So, oh. Hey there, Waddle Dee. I thought the coins were naturally guiding me down here, so I assumed this is where this is the correct route to go. I didn't realize this would take me to a secret Waddle Dee. Okay, let me pause here and try to catch up on chat a little bit. Whatever, I'd have to burn all Sonic games or all Mario games. Bye, Sonic. No, don't leak up. Wow, I am really... That was like 20, 30 minutes ago when I got the Space Ranger Blueprint. I am so goddamn far behind. I'll come in Inside Out. Riley has male and female emotions in her head instead of all female and male like everyone else. That I don't know. I think there's been some fan theories about that, but I genuinely don't have an answer for you there. I'm not quite certain. That's the Illumination marketing style to show everything in the trailers. Yeah, basically. Completionist brain is screaming at me ignoring a lot of collectibles. I don't know that I'd say I'm ignoring them. I'm just not... Like, it's not like I see a collectible and decide, ooh, shiny. I'll not get that. It's more like I'm just not going out of my way to try to get them. One of the thoughts on The Last of Us 2. I am disappointed in The Last of Us 2 so far because I expected it would either be the greatest thing ever made or the worst thing ever made, and it has been neither so far. It's just been a boring slog. It has been a thoroughly unimpressive, boring slog of a game that I keep... The opening was really engaging because I actually had things to talk about. In the opening of the game, I was like, alright, none of this makes any sense. There's so much to talk about here. If we're gonna get more of this will be, I'll get exactly what I paid for. But then then I got to Seattle, and the game stopped being that. And it became just wander from point A to point B, and talk about random... Oh, I guess I think I got cut off, or not cut off, but I stopped myself earlier because I was fighting the boss. I was gonna ask, have Dina and Ellie even had a single conversation about anything that wasn't plot-focused, outside of Dina saying that she's pregnant? I feel like it's all just been, how do we accomplish our objectives? Like, with the first game, it feels like Joel and Ellie, they had a lot of conversations about what they need to do next, but during gameplay, there was conversations just about random anything to flesh out their relationship and their dynamic. And I guess to a certain extent that's in this game too, but the problem is that it all feels so monotone. Like, Joel and Ellie had very contrasting, but also very interesting personalities. Dina and Ellie say everything the exact same way. It's just, hey, did you hear about this one thing with the one thing? It's like, no, I didn't hear about that one thing. I just don't care. Can you sound like you give a shit? Please? Can you inject like a fragment of emotion into your voice? And it can't be the fault of the voice actors, because Ashley Johnson is a remarkably talented voice actress, and the person who plays Dina I know nothing about, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and assume that she can do great stuff. It's gotta just be the voice direction. Or maybe it's just the writing and that it's impossible material to work with. I don't know, but I don't hate The Last of Us 2, but I certainly don't love The Last of Us 2. I keep waiting for the bit where everyone's like, I keep waiting for the part where it justifies the reputation it's got. Because for The Last of Us 2 to be so dichotomously received, with some people claiming it as a masterpiece, and some people claiming it as the actual worst thing to have ever been created in the history of mankind, there's gotta be something. Like, I'm waiting for the moment where Woody leaves his family. That's something to that effect that would warrant this level of hatred. Unless the thing that is supposed to garner that level of hatred is Joel's death, in which case... okay, I understand why you'd be pissed off at that, but, like, what about the rest of the game? So, I don't know. You remember the Endgame's whole plot was leaked? Oh, well, with Endgame, I just predicted the plot in advance. I didn't, because it's funny. That was back in the phase where I just hated the MCU, so I was like, here, let me, because I did that with Infinity War. I predicted the plot of Infinity War, and I was correct, and then I did the same thing with Endgame, and was correct again. But that was all before I actually binged the MCU. Once I binged the MCU in the week leading up to Endgame, I was like, oh, I actually care about these characters now. How about that? Twitter is a dumpster fire? Yes. Yes, it is. Where am I in The Last of Us 2 so far? The last thing that happened is I got to the girl who's playing on the PSP or PS Vita. I think people told me that she's playing a game called Hotline Miami. So, that's as far as I've gotten. What was the last DreamWorks movie I saw before Puss in Boots 2? That's a good question, actually. Was it How to Train Your Dragon 3? Huh. List of DreamWorks. Because I honestly don't know. And let me look at their entire history of filmography, and then I'll tell you. Okay. Last movie from them that I saw was... If I can... Oh no, it was The Croods 2. Oh no. Oh, it was The Croods 2. Oh god. Oh, why did I look that up? How did I forget that it was The Croods 2? Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Oh, crap. What a... How... You know... It's one of those parts that just makes you stop and question your life, because The Croods 2 was directed by the same person who directed Puss in Boots 2. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. And then before that, it was Abominable, and then before that, it was How to Train Your Dragon 3. And then before that, it was the goddamn Boss Baby. Oh, Boss Baby. I can't believe that got a sequel. I cannot believe that actually got a sequel. And a Netflix spin-off show, I think. Everyone thought Puss in Boots 2 was going to be meh with some neat animation. Yeah, that's pretty much either meh or crap was the general consensus from people. I don't know. I'm sure some people were like, hey man, it might be good. You never know. DreamWorks has kind of been killing it lately. But I feel like generally it wasn't an unpopular stance to think that Puss in Boots 2 was going to be on the lower end of the quality spectrum. Did Dina and Ellie have a normal conversation when they were smoking weed? Okay, so let me amend my statement slightly. Once the adventure begins, once we leave Tommy's town and we go on the stupid Seattle quest, from that point onward, I can't think of a single thing that a single conversation they've had that stuck out of my memory to any significant degree. So, which, by the way, man, what a wild... The part where she just throws it on the bottle to the floor, like, that was dangerous, but okay. And I never mind. I was gonna go into all the convoluted reasons that led to Joel's death because he has like anti-plot armor. The plot is actively trying to get him killed. But I'd be here all day, and that's been done to death. Keep playing, I'll see why it's so infamous. Yeah, people keep telling me that. And it remains to be seen whether it lives up to its namesake. And maybe part of it is that I'm just not emotionally invested enough in the story and the characters of The Last of Us to really be that mad about anything that's happening currently. Like, maybe if The Last of Us 1 was my favorite game ever made, and I really, really cared about Joel and Ellie as characters, then maybe Joel's death would have been enough for me to just be continually in a state of anger for the rest of the game. But that's not the case with me. I don't... It annoyed me that they killed off a character in such a stupid way like that. But I didn't love Joel enough for that to actually make me mad to any significant degree. So, yeah, who knows? And I assumed for years that the big thing people hated about The Last of Us 2 was Joel's death. But the fact that people are telling me keep playing, even after I'm far past that point, has me very intrigued and very concerned. I'm not quite sure what's waiting for me at the end of the tunnel. But I suppose there's only one way to find out. Also, what the hell is that thing? Oh, I didn't mean to drop my sword. Okay, this is probably going to be a death. I am not doing particularly hot on health right now. Alright. Ow. Hey, I'll take your fire, if you don't mind. Oh, never mind. I was gonna take over that fire, but rip that dream. Rip that dream. Hey there, pal. Yeah, now you're gonna get it. First, I hated the MCU, and I like the MCU, now I hate the MCU again. Yep, it's really quite ironic and unfortunate that as soon as I actually started caring about the MCU and really, really liking it, almost immediately, it went to shit. Like, almost, the Phase 4, the end of Phase 3 was when I was, Far From Home was, I liked it when I first watched it, and then Phase 4 happened, and it was just, I think I was just in denial, honestly. When WandaVision happened, the finale annoyed me a lot, but most of the show I found very charming. Falcon and Winter Soldier also annoyed me, but it was like, it's okay, it's fine, we're doing this, it's great, it's alright, it's all fine and dandy, everything is alright. And then Loki came out and it was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was too much. I hated that so much. And now it just has devolved. Every new thing every single new thing they've made has just made things worse and worse with each passing second. Have you ever played Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue? Yes, I played it as a kid, and I remember wanting to vomit when I played it. Maybe I would like it better if I played it as an adult, but I make no promises. So I have played it, but it definitely did not leave a very positive impression on me. Unlike the Toy Story 3 game, which I adore. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Oh, let's not. Hey, pal. That's a snake. Oh, it was a snake. Give me this. Free soda. What a crude-tacular sequel The Croods 2 was. I am so goddamn far behind. Apparently, Boss Baby is the most used profile pic on Netflix. I think you mentioned that before, and yeah, I can believe it. I can definitely... In fact, you know what? I actually think my dad's profile picture on Netflix is... Yep, so I pushed A there, thinking I was going to push B. I wanted to fire the soda shot, and then I did not fire the soda shot. That's what happened there. That is what happened there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad's profile picture is actually Boss Baby. Like anything I say, Cruz is still better than Boss Baby. Probably objectively speaking, but Boss Baby doesn't piss me off. Boss Baby is almost hilariously bad, whereas Cruz 2 assassinates characters that I actually cared about. Now, maybe the rest of the world doesn't care about those characters because a lot of people think the Croods one is just kind of eh. But I came to be somewhat attached to the characters from the first movie. So, seeing them get ripped to shreds in the sequel somewhat annoyed me, to put it lightly. To put it very, 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 very lightly. Now then. You're busy and you won't be able to stay for long, but hello, Dr. CF. Thanks for tuning in for as long as you could, although by this point you might have already left considering that I'm so far behind in chat. But if you're still here, hello. Hopefully you enjoy your time in the stream. Geo pulled a V3. It sure did. Never would have imagined that happening, but it did. Which is worse, Loki or the Halo show? The Halo show. The Loki show actually deals damage to a pre-existing, what? Like a pre-existing franchise I care about. But as a show, the Halo show is so much worse. It's so bad. It is cosmically terrible. From every conceivable angle, there's nothing. There's nothing about the Halo show that works. It's all catastrophically terrible. And it really... It feels like it was made out of just pure passionate hatred for the source material. I don't know how you could possibly claim that you have any respect for the Halo games and then while simultaneously making that show. I don't know how that's possible. I should try to live stream the Toy Story 2 game. Maybe. Maybe. I think I still have the CD, so maybe that'd be worth doing one day. It's certainly not a high priority right now, but maybe that'd be something I consider doing one day. Also, I'm sort of uncomfortable in this section, but it's mostly fine. Stop. Just go. Just go. Let's just stay away from the cute cat things, please. Oh, good, a boat. That would... Ow! Get me in the boat. Get me in the boat. Or actually... Oh, my God. I'd like it if you could stop doing that. That'd be great, thanks. Would I say the events leading up to Joel's death counts as character assassination? Maybe not full-on assassination, but it certainly deals damage to Joel's intelligence as a character. Oh, can I not get on this boat? Or can I... Oh, wait, no, I have to get on this and then I use it as a blaster thing. Right. Right, gotcha. I don't know that I'd say that Joel's character's been fully assassinated yet. But, like, it's absolutely ridiculous that he so carelessly gave up his name. He and Tommy both carelessly giving up their names like that. It's... And not only that, even just trusting Abby and her crew when they know nothing about her. And like, yeah, I'll take you to my shack in the woods. Full-on Until Dawn style. Nothing bad ever happens to anybody at log cabins in the woods in a snowy storm. No. People also, people don't currently there's nobody in the world right now that might want me dead for what I did at the end of the first game. I shouldn't be even more cautious than I ever was when I was already extremely cautious in the first game. Absolutely not. I don't know what you're talking about. That just seems silly to me. Caution's overrated anyway. You know, one reviewer preferred Crits 2 over the original. Yeah, it seems like I guess because the Croods is more serious. Like Croods 2 is very, very comedic and not in a I don't mean that in a positive light. It doesn't take itself seriously, like at all, which leads to a lot of crap that just makes no goddamn sense, and it's craps all over the character arcs in the original, whereas the original actually wanted to be a movie and tell a proper story. So, if you aren't interested in the characters of the Croods, then I can see why someone would prefer something that's very, very, very lighthearted and silly compared to a more grounded family story. Which isn't to say that there's no comedy in the first one. The first one's really funny, but the movies have very, very different tones. Drastically different tones. What'd they do again in the Halo show? Well, for starters, they made Master Chief commit a war crime by having him have sex with a prisoner of war who happens to be a Covenant spy. Oh, and by the way, he does this while Cortana is implanted into his brain, so she has to watch and feel everything he's feeling, and I'm pretty sure he didn't ask her for permission first, so... Oh boy. Love that. Love it so much. And that's just like the go-to, that's like the lowest hanging fruit to go for in that show. The action is all completely ludicrous. All the characters act nothing like they do in the games, or the books, or anything even remotely Halo-related. And outside of that, just as a self-contained story, the characters don't act in intelligent ways that would seem to... They don't do what they should do to accomplish the goals they want to. It's broken by itself, it's broken as an adaptation. It just doesn't... Nothing about it works. Nothing about it works at all. And there's a part of me that almost misses the week-to-week discourse of laughing at how completely batshit stupid it was. Because in episode 1, like, episode 1 really annoyed me. Like, it really, really pissed me off. Because there was a part of me that's like, hey, you know what? Maybe the show could actually be good. Because I'd wanted to see a large-scale Halo production like that for so long. And then I finally got it. And it was complete garbage. So... But then, as the episodes went on, and I started to accept that this was just the reality I was going to have to deal with in regards to Halo television, I was like, I was able to laugh at it more easily, especially in episode 5. Episode 5 was the point where I was like, I went from being really pissed off to being legitimately laughing uncontrollably at this terrible, terrible show. Until the finale. The finale happened, and then it broke me again, because the finale... somehow deals even more damage to Chief and Cortana's characters than I thought was possible. Did I ever play the Toy Story Interactive CD? Maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, though. I actually almost got all the Wallabies this time. That's neat. Would I say that Cars on the Road assassinated McQueen, Mater, and Cruz? I don't know that I'd say that Cruz was character assassinated. She's just made... everything that made her character interesting was just thrown out the window. And she became the best at everything. They're all... I don't know, like, they're not full-on Toy Story 4 levels of assassinated, but they're all damaged. Because Cruz also shows no concern whatsoever for her cousin's wedding. I mean, you can watch the video for a more in-depth breakdown. Oh, have I finally caught up? Oh my goodness, I finally caught up with the chat. Yes, I'm not 30 minutes behind anymore. Did Brian Reed have any involvement in the Halo show? Not to my knowledge. But there's a part of me that thinks that if he was involved, it honestly might have been better. Because, for as bad as Halo 5 is, you know what? It's a better story than the Halo show. Marginally. You found Cruz too boring. The dinner scene was so stupid. Oh god, the dinner scene. Oh no, god, that stupid dinner scene. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. If I had to pick one scene from the Cruz 2 that pisses me off, I don't know that I can, because most of it pisses me off. But the dinner scene is definitely up there. It's definitely up there. Did Chief and Cortana get transported into the Toy Story universe and kill all the Jedi in there or something? No. Okay. You'll need more Wallabies to help you break through the gate. Find and save the Wallabies hidden in each stage. It would appear I have some... It would appear I have some work to do. Oh god, I'm nowhere even close to being able to break through that gate. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, I thought 32 was the amount that I currently had, and I needed... Okay, never mind. I'm actually very close. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore what I said. I thought 32 was how many I had. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so I literally only need one. Okay. So which one should I get? Which one should I go? Let's go back to the beginning. Go for an easy level. Where was the... Alright, here it is. I think this is level 1. Enter the Fire Forbidden Lands. Okay, let's go for... Find the secret... That seems easy. Find the secret passage. Let's try to find the secret passage. That doesn't sound too bad. The only film we fell asleep upon watching was Artemis Fowl. Ooh, okay. That I remember not watching, but Forgetful Gal watched it, and at least I think she watched it. I remember talking about that movie with her, and she seemed very upset by it. So, I don't know anything specific about it, but I know that it kind of annoyed her. So, yeah, maybe not to the extent that that something like The Last Airbender did, but I know it did not make her very happy to watch that. Or maybe it was, actually, was it Artemis Fowl? I might be confusing this with Kim Possible, actually. It might have been, the more I'm thinking about it, it might actually have been Kim Possible. That, no, I didn't mean to kill a little guy. Oh well. It might have been Kim Possible that she watched it, because I think they made a live-action Kim Possible a couple of years ago. I think that might be what I'm thinking of, actually. Because it's hard to keep track. Disney has so much live-action crap coming out, it's honestly hard to keep track nowadays. But I think that was what I remember discussing with her, that she was not very happy about. I never actually watched Kim Possible, but I know that a lot of people really liked it, and I imagine I seem to remember the live-action. Big shocker, but I seem to remember the live-action series kind of annoying people somewhat. Okay. What are my thoughts on Pinocchio winning Best Animated Feature over Puss in Boots 2? I haven't seen the Guillermo del Toro. I think that's the Guillermo del Toro. I got dang it wrong with brain for a second. I haven't seen the Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio movie, so I can't comment on it. Based on what movies I have seen, it would have been nice to see Puss in Boots 2 win, because I really liked Puss in Boots 2, but I can't judge. Oh, wait, was that a secret down there? Nope, that was my playing tricks on me. Based on what I've seen, I wanted Puss in Boots 2 to win, but I also haven't seen everything, so it's kind of not fair for me to be able to, it's not fair for me to actually judge. No, my drill. Okay. By the way, oh, I think I just threw his rock back at him. I didn't intend to do that. If anyone knows what the secret passage is, you can let me know, because I don't want to run past it and have to redo this level again. Wasn't a series, it was it was a movie. Oh, what did I say? Did I say that the Kim Possible series was live action? Okay, sorry. Alright, the Kim Possible live action was series, so I meant to say movie. If I said series, I meant to say movie. But the original Kim Possible, was the original Kim Possible not a series? I thought that was, I thought the original Kim Possible was a series, not a movie. Thoughts on Tom Hanks playing Geppetto in the live-action Pinocchio movie? I haven't seen the. I assume you're referring to the Disney Pinocchio movie, but I haven't seen that. I stubbornly refuse to. So, I don't know. You know, I should probably actually check as to what these little shiny things are. If I can drill. Oh, it's just coins, okay. That'd be a little more interesting than that. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to drill. Actually, can I drill down? Nope. I'm trying to drill directly down here. Okay, I can. Oh, but that didn't seem to actually get me anywhere. Unless... yeah, that doesn't seem to actually be getting me anywhere. Oh, wait, to the left on the ledge, I can walk up? Oh, can I use this to, like, get around the corner? Ah, okay. Thanks for the call. I would have completely missed that. I would have completely missed that if you hadn't called that out. Thank you very much. Ah, yes, we have found it. We have found the secret passage. Kim Possible was a series live-action version. That's what I thought. So yeah, so if I said the live-action version of Kim Possible was a series, I misspoke. I meant to say it was a movie. I knew that there was a movie. I guess I just said the wrong word by accident. Yeah, I remember I never watched the original Kim Possible series, nor have I seen the Kim Possible live-action movie. And I probably won't ever watch it. I definitely won't watch the live-action movie. That's never gonna happen. But I probably won't ever watch this series either. Unless someone I trust comes along and tells me, hey, the original Kim Possible is actually very, very good. And you should watch it. But I have enough on my plate in terms of movies and TV shows I have to watch and games I have to play. So I think I'm set for a while. I'm good. I'm alright. I'll be fine. I don't need to add anything else to my plate right now. Even though I just added more things last night. But such is life, I suppose. All I gotta do is not die for the rest of the level, and I'm home free. Did I ever watch Spy Kids? Yes! Yes, I did. Spy Kids is a series of pretty crap films, but I have somewhat of an emotional attachment to them. So I can't ever fully hate. Honestly, maybe one day I'll convince the audio commentary team to do commentary on at least Spy Kids 3. Spy Kids 3. Oh boy. Spy Kids 3 is exceptionally terrible. But I haven't watched them since I was a kid, and I loved them as a kid, but just thinking about them as an adult, not even watching them, just thinking about them as an adult, it already makes me want to die. The fourth one, I think I might actually hate the fourth one if I watched it nowadays, because the fourth one is next level bad, and it's cringy on top of it, but the first one may not be that, but the first Spy Kids movie may not be that terrible. Maybe like a 5, 6 if I'm feeling generous. But everything else just gets progressively more insane the longer it goes on. You mean Quantumania? Ah, yes, I misspoke. However, could I confuse the legendary Quantumania with Spy Kids 3? Let's see. Give GDT Pinocchio 7.5 out of 10. I've heard a lot of people singing. I'm just glad Disney didn't win. I'm glad. I would have been very, very miffed if Turning Red won Best Animated Feature. I would have laughed if Lightyear won. Thankfully, Lightyear wasn't even nominated. But if Lightyear won, oh boy, that would have been something. But I also didn't want Turning Red to win. Turning Red, even if you like Turning Red, it pales in comparison to everything else that was on display at the Oscars for Best Animated Feature. Alright, let me get caught up on this best I can one last time before I start fighting. Who's more powerful, Bill or the Collector? Well, so, I feel like the obvious answer is Bill, because we see Bill Cipher do more in Gravity Falls, whereas Collector, we don't see him do that much. But the other thing there is that the Collector is a kid, whereas Bill Cipher is, like, actually an adult, or at least what counts as an adult for an ethereal god like Bill Cipher. So the Collector isn't really trying to he's just a kid caught up in a fantasy world, essentially, with everything he does, and I'm trying to keep this as spoiler light as I possibly can. So I just don't think we've actually seen him at his full potential yet. Like, when the Collector does something, he's a force to reckon with, because he literally booped the moon out of the sky with just a touch of, like, a snap of his fingers at the end of King's Tide. So I feel like it's almost not a fully fair comparison. But I think if the Collector was allowed to untie his hands and play to his full strength, I think it would be a lot closer. So I'm not... I will reserve my answer to that question until after I watch the finale. I'll say that. If you think that's a cop-out, that's fine. That's fine by me. That's my answer for the time being. Oh. Wait, can I not dodge? Oh no. Maybe I can't dodge because I have a sword or something. I feel like I was dodging, but it wasn't working. Mash B. Oh god. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh. Alright, give me your final form. That was too easy for it to be the final. Yeah, that's what I figured. It was way too easy for it to actually be the final boss. Oh wait, can I grab his hammer? Oh, I sure can. Actually, that might have been a bad idea. Yeah, that... I feel like I'm better with the sword than I am with the hammer. That might not have been my best idea in the world. Aside from Ori, what other Metroidvanias have I played? I know I've played more, but I genuinely can't remember. So I guess it didn't stick that much in my memory. But I love the Ori. Never thought you may never have thought you never, if I can get over the aneurysm I just had and speak coherently. You may never have thought you'd ever hear me say this, but I love the Ori duology. So maybe that bodes well for other Metroidvanias. Spy Kids 3 is Ready Player One, but better. I've never seen or read Ready Player One, and I've been actively discouraged from doing either of those things. I've heard that it's not that great, but something tells me I would probably watch Spy Kids 3 more than I would watch Ready Player One. Just this gut feeling that I have. Can't say for certain. Yes, I think... I don't know what it is, but like I'm doing the holding R and flicking the stick, and it's not dodging. I guess it's only with certain weapons that you can do that. Like here, I'll just hold R. Yeah, now it's just in blocking mode, which I guess makes sense because I'm holding the sword. Giant sword can dodge, has invincible guard. Okay, that makes sense. That's what I figured. I guess it would kind of be a little inconvenient to dodge with this massive sword you're carrying around all the time, so that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, what's he do? Oh, no. Oh, no. Rings of fire. I defy thee. Oh. I was gonna sit there and let me hit him for a little while. But he didn't, and that makes me sad. Oh, now what are we doing? Oh, minions, huh? Can't fight your own battle, eh, buddy? Ow. Oh, no, I want my sword. Gimme. Give me my sword. Assuming there's a phase 3. Nah, I've played Galaxy 2. I don't trust this. I've played Galaxy 2. Oh. I guess that really was the final. I thought that'd be a little... I thought that would be a little more grueling than it was. Oh, what movies and shows am I planning to watch at the moment? Oh, you shouldn't have asked that question. You should not have asked that question. Let's see. Birdman, Black Swan, Chinatown, Forrest Gump, Nightcrawler, Prisoners, Pulp Fiction, The Prestige, Shining, 12 Monkeys. Let's see what else there is. Let me get out my list of crap I have to make my way through in somewhat of a decent fashion. Death Note episodes 1 through 6. Watched episode 3 yesterday. I got 3 more to go. My Hero Academia, a few more episodes of that. Baki the Rock, and other stuff I'm forgetting right now. Also, I kind of stopped paying attention to what's happening in the game. If there's some big reveal. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I accidentally called someone. I didn't want to do that. Sorry to the person I just accidentally called. You can ignore that. I think that might be it for movies and games, actually. I think that's, or sorry, for movies and shows. As far as games are concerned, I have a whole lot of other things that I need to do. But strictly out of movies and shows, I think that's it for the time being.
It began a campaign of destruction that threatens the native wildlife of our entire world. Luckily, our research team managed to capture it before it could complete its invasion.
Have I seen The Polar Express? Yes. Another movie that I don't think is particularly great. I think it's maybe underrated, like maybe not a masterpiece, but still some good stuff. But it's definitely, at least visually, it's a little jank.
However,
if I do another Metroidvania, you recommend Hollow Knight? I have heard that Hollow Knight is quite a great game. I remember someone, I think I told this story in my 10K Q&A video. One of my friends in high school would play that game. He would bring a Switch to school and he'd play that game a little bit before school every day.
Has yet to be recovered. In the time since, IDF-86 has shown no signs of activity. It is now kept
Pulls out Santa Claus's naughty list.
Within the
Yeah.
eternal capsule here on the top.
How do I like Death Note so far? I like it a lot, actually. I'm really invested in the... Maybe not fully invested yet, but I find the concept very intriguing. What do I want? I feel like I should stick with my good old trusty sword. I'll take a tomato. I like episodes. Well, I've seen 3 episodes and I really like them. I am compelled. Specifically something that was revealed in episode 3 made me go, oh, this just got a lot more interesting, huh? This I can't wait to see how it plays out. So, yeah, I'm compelled by Death Note so far. Take a good look, Pink Intruder. Isn't this a beautiful sight? You're not even seeing the Great One in full form. They're incomplete without their other half. Long ago, the Great One granted the people of this world a miraculous power. Those people left this world behind and entered the land of dreams. Once the Great One is complete again, I know we will also receive this miraculous power. We, the ones they left behind in this forgotten land. That's the name of the game. And now the time has finally come. Can we get Trevor voice acting? Sadly, no. I'm not here for the story. Sorry, guys. I'm sure this is very interesting lore for Kirby fans, but I'm not here for that. Finally, after all our playing and effort, we can help the Great One reach their complete form. We've dreamed of this moment for so many years. If you dare to stand in our way, we'll feast on your hide. Oh no, the baby Einstein lion's gonna eat me. Oh god, more gameplay? I thought we were done. I didn't realize when someone said this reminds me of Dragons in 3D, I didn't realize they were being literal about it. You're not sure I'll like Hollow Knight? Yeah, it's, from what little I've seen of the gameplay, it doesn't, like, look super up my alley, but so many people sing its praises that I would be willing to give it a shot one day, but it's certainly not on my priority list anytime soon. Oh, and that's not to mention, by the way, I have another 50 movies I need to watch after I make my way through that list. Plus a bunch of games that I need to play. I'm gonna be pretty... And I'm also... Outside of all that, I'm also currently watching Better Call Saul and Amphibia. And that's on top of all the stuff I have to watch and play just for the channel. So yeah, breaks don't exist. It's gonna be an interesting year. I'll be lucky if I manage to make my way through even half this stuff by the end of the year. Although I would like to try to get through the list of movies that I mentioned just a couple moments ago before April 8th. I'd like to at least get through all that, and I plan on watching Prisoners today. I plan on watching, because the last 2 I was going between were Interstellar and Prisoners, and I watched Interstellar a couple weeks ago, and I loved it to bits. One of my favorite movies of all time. And Prisoners was something I was probably going to watch anyway, Just because I saw, while I was watching Breaking Bad on Netflix, the movie Prisoner was recommended to me on Netflix, and I read the description and it seemed like something that would be up my alley, right up my alley, so I'm excited to watch it. I'm going to watch that later today after I binge record a bunch of episodes of The Last of Us 2, which I'm very excited about. I'm very excited to see the ongoing story of Ellie and Dina, and oh wow, my sword's all the way over there, huh? Alright. Gimme. Come back here. Come back here. I think I invincible guarded a bit too late. Ow. Ow. Oh, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Oh, God. Well, I mean, if you're gonna aim at the sky, it gives me free hits on you, so I won't complain. Do I plan on playing Inscription and making a playthrough on the channel? I am afraid I don't know what that is. So I'll go for maybe. Thoughts on Amphibia? I like it. Not as much as the Owl House, but it's getting... So Season 1 has been a very slow burn so far. I've enjoyed what I've watched mostly, even though I have a decent amount of issues with the first half of Season 1, but I still enjoyed it for the most part. See, Episode 10 was the first episode that felt like I was actually watching a proper TV show, and then it's gotten a little bit better since then, so I'm liking it, and it's getting better so far. Have I watched El Camino? Yes. I kind of wish I hadn't watched El Camino. Plan ruined, important plan, needed labor, open vortex, found workforce brought here, and yet error made, irksome, pink contaminant. Careful planning, now wasted, no more planning, no more patience instead. Everything shall be consumed. Well, no, it's the thing from Spirited Away. Only it's bright and colorful. Yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't watched El Camino. Not because it was bad, just because it doesn't... I don't feel like I gained anything meaningful by actually watching it. At all. Like, Breaking Bad is such a perfect ending. The final episode wrapped everything up in the most satisfying way it possibly could have. You didn't need to do anything beyond that point. And that's just proven by El Camino. I mean, I'm glad it didn't assassinate anybody's characters or make anything meaningless. But I just... Nothing... There's nothing about El Camino that we didn't already know. And it really, honestly, it just feels like something that was made because, hey... It's been 5 years since the show ended, and it's been, it's been 6 years since the show ended, and it's been over 10 years since the show came out. Don't you guys like seeing all these characters again? Hey, look, it's, Jane. Hey, look, it's, yeah, it's, Todd. Hey, look, it's all these characters. Hey, look, it's Mike. You like Mike, right? And oh my goodness, is that the man, the myth, the legend? Is that the one, the one who knocks? And it just felt like a highlight reel of just machine gunning through all these cameos from all the characters you remembered from the show. Also, the sword is going to be my friend here. I need something I can throw from range. Bombs! I like those. Give me these. I was talking with FG recently. She recommended I watch some Kaguya-sama Love is War. I think she knows me well enough to the point where she wouldn't go out of her way to recommend me anime unless someone explicitly asked what anime I should watch, because my track record with anime has not been great so far. Death Note's like the only one I actually enjoy. Well, actually, that's not true. I watched Spy X Family, and I liked that, but not enough to... Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm right there. Can see myself for a bit. Not enough to keep watching beyond episode 5. And who knows? Maybe the same will happen with Death Note. Maybe I'll get to episode 6 and I'll be like, alright, I'm done. But I actually care a lot more about what's going on. Maybe not even just because I'm... Like, I don't feel intensely attached to any of the characters in Death Note so far. But I most certainly am interested in seeing how the story progresses. That I am very much interested in. I can't wait to see what happens there. Also, sorry if you hear some background noise. That's the sound of my laptop wanting to kill itself. It's working overtime right now. Kirby's too much. Streaming Kirby is too much for it to handle, unfortunately. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I lost my bomb. Okay. Well, that's a death. I have lost my bomb. And now I am screwed. I no longer have a bomb with which I can throw at my enemies. Guess I was have to rely on the stars. Ugh. Unless I can grab you. That might work. That might get the job done. That might... Okay, that works. You know, a pizza tower was brought up out of nowhere. Do I consider looking at it? Honestly, not really. I know I've seen a lot of recommendations for me to play that game. I looked at it on Steam. It just doesn't look like something that would really interest me. So, that's not really on my radar right now. I remember the music for Death Note that I heard before I got into Death Note. Yes. I'm not sure if you're referring to Nate's parody song or Nate's cover of the intro theme, but either way, the answer is yes. Now, in regards to the intro theme, I actually didn't... when I heard it for the first time, I didn't know that it was actually supposed to... I didn't know he was covering the Death Note intro. I just... Because I heard that in a... oh, this is a lot... Okay, what fresh hell is waiting for me up there? I don't know, but where I heard the Death Note theme song from was just a video he released called 1 Hour Anime Medley kind of thing. Let me look up, next time I get to a cutscene, I'll try to find the exact video that I saw from him. And it was just in there, just mixed along all the other ones, so I didn't realize that it was the Death Note theme song. And then I watched Death Note and I'm like, oh, I've heard this before. There you go. That's the 1 hour medley that I saw from Nate's, where I heard the Death Note theme song for the first time. Do I plan to make anime reviews or only movie and game reviews? Bold of you to assume I have anything interesting to say about anime, and that I'm not watching most of this out of obligation. The closest you'll get from me is my Danganronpa 3 series. Unless I watch something that just completely blows me away or pisses me off to my core, the odds of you getting any kind of anime review in the style of my other stuff out of me is slim to none. Okay, what are we doing? Ow. Apparently we're dying. Alright. I should have gotten the sword. I should have gotten the sword. Give me the bomb. If I know it was gonna be a close range thing, I would have gotten the damn sword. Instead, we now... Oh, hey, there you are. Have some bombs. Free of charge. No additional cost to you. Except your health, but who needs that anyway? Who needs health? Health is massively overrated. I should know. Pulled several all-nighters. Not recently, but certainly pulled one to get the Cars on the Road video out on time. And I will probably pull one again in the very near future, considering what I want to do in April. all the many, many things that I want to do in April. Ow. Reserves the title of Ultimate Lifeform more than Shadow. You know, I was going to avoid drawing the comparison, but since you brought it up, I actually don't really care much either way. Who gets the title of Ultimate Lifeform? Dodging. Oh, I dodged and then I ran right into the attack. So it wasn't actually that useful in the grand scheme of things. Oh. Ow, ow, okay. Guess the wrath of hell itself has been cast down upon me. Oh, he ran away like a little bitch. And then I say that and he immediately charges right toward me with the flaming sword of doom. And this is why I don't talk, because I end up jinxing things. Oh, what are we doing now? Sometimes it's just painful to remember about Danganronpa, considering how much it fell from its own grace. Yeah, I mean, the running meme is that Danganronpa sucks and I hate it, but like, memeing aside, it really did start out pretty good. I mean, not groundbreaking or revolutionary or anything. And there's certainly nothing Danganronpa offers as a series that I can't get elsewhere better. But you know what? The first game's like a 7 out of 10. Second game's like an 8 out of 10. Danganronpa started out pretty damn good. And then Ultra Despair Girls happened. And it was... What are we doing? Oh. Oh no. What happens? Is that gonna regenerate your health? Oh, no. By the time I realized what I was gonna do, it was too late to stop it. Oh, that's not Danganronpa. I'm making a video for the Owl House, which is an anime coin to Disney. You know, I considered bringing that up, but then I thought people would accuse me of lying for saying that Disney considers Owl House to be an anime, so I didn't. But since you brought it up, yeah, for those who don't know, if you go to Disney Plus and go to the Owl House, that show is listed on there as an anime. Even though it's not. I get the sense that it takes inspiration from anime, but it itself is not an anime by what people generally consider to be the definition and categorization of an anime. In a similar way that I've seen some people call Avatar: The Last Airbender an anime, even though it isn't. Even though while it may be inspired by it, but it isn't. It doesn't fit that category itself. What are they talking about? Well, you really expect Disney to be all that well-versed in what anime is? I feel like that's a pretty bold assumption for you to make. Can I grab my sword back, please? Thank you. I can just hold this infinitely, huh? That's pretty useful, honestly. It's infinitely guard. That's extremely helpful. Doesn't really fix my current problem of lack of health, but still. You know, I keep forgetting that I can charge up a big one like that. Unfortunately, it takes so long to wind up, it's not of much use to me when you can dap away so quickly. Oh. You know, there's a lot more comparisons I could be drawing to Dragons in 3D than I expected. Wow, really? Oh, wow, okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Am I going to check out Raincode? I think what I said is that if I reach 50k subs by the end of the year, then I will, but that's not going to happen, so no. I don't want to play that game. I would much rather not. Besides Nirvana Initiative, what games did I record but didn't post? Sonic Frontiers, Xenoblade Chronicles, Persona 3 Portable. That's all I can immediately think of. I guess I have the end of Shovel Knight King of Cards. That counts, technically. If you want to go back to the old days, Neil and I recorded a Need for Speed Rivals LP that, or at least we tried to record a Need for Speed Rivals LP that never saw the light of day. That's all I can immediately think of. I got no other great answers right now. Earthbound 2. Oh, right, yeah, Earthbound. See, see, that game I just literally forgot about. Completely forgot that I even played Earthbound. But yes, that also counts. I tried Earthbound, quickly gave up on it. And I guess technically, well, I was going to say technically Security Breach because I recorded episode 1, uploaded episode 1, and then didn't record any of the rest of my playthrough. But I still uploaded it in the form of the highlight reel of that game pissing me the hell off, so I don't think that really counts. The damn thing. Why didn't I finish King of Cards? Well, so I did finish King of Cards. I beat the game. The reason I didn't upload the final episode is because I recorded, basically I was sick of playing it and I wanted to get it done with, so I decided to binge through the rest of the game in one sitting. But that took me until like 4 AM in the morning, and the final boss was really pissing me off. Compounding that with how late I stayed up resulted in a very, very tired, dejected me who didn't really bother to give any commentary for the final part of the game. So I might revisit King of Cards one day in a live stream and like actually try to play it for real. I do feel kind of bad about not seeing through the completion. But I did beat it. I think I showed on maybe it was the Danganronpa S stream while we spent the first hour just waiting for the game to become available to play. And my fire's been lost again. Wish I could turn the camera to see where it was. During the first hour of the Danganronpa S stream while we were waiting for it to become available to play, I think I showed off the main menu of Treasure Trove as proof that I did beat King of Cards. But I didn't upload the ending of my LP. I don't think I even still have the file of the recording anymore. Oh, great, this again. And then you're just stun locked. That's fun. You didn't like the final boss at all either? Yeah, I don't remember what it was about the final boss that pissed me off, but I know something about it really, really pissed me off. Maybe if I replayed it, because I actually really enjoyed King of Cards before that point. It was just, I was sick of playing it, so I wanted to get it over with as fast as possible, and then the final boss happened in that action. Although, I think some of the other bosses also annoy me. Alright, which one? No, not that one. It's okay. Well, there goes all then there. That's yep, that's a lot of health that's gonna be yep. That's a lot of health that just got regened, and this is gonna be fun. Second phase of the final boss respawns you with the first one if you die. Oh, I do have vague memories of that, actually. I have like a vague image in my head of what the final boss looks like. And not much. I remember it taking place on a black screen, a lot of moving, floating platforms. And that's it. And I have, For some reason, I'm currently picturing, I'm picturing that the final boss looks something like the Shinigami from Death Note. Even though it probably looks nothing like him, that's just where my brain is currently at right now. And I've lost it again. He does only in the second phase. So the only image I have in my head of that boss is the final phase of it. I don't know what the first phase is. I only know the final. I only know how that boss ends, and that the black void that you fight him in. That's it. And all the suffering that came with that. And he just keeps launching more and more at me, doesn't he? Rancode is basically Danganronpa for people who haven't played Persona or AI Somnium Files. Well, I don't know much about it, other than that it looks... I haven't actually watched any of the trailers with the intent of being like, ooh, I wonder what this game's gonna be like, and of course it went to the other side. That's great. I've only just know vaguely that the designs are extremely similar to Danganronpa, and just tonally, stylistically, it's very similar to Danganronpa. But I don't intend to actually... In an ideal world, I never have to play that game, so I don't particularly care one way or the other. Launching another rock at me. Sure are. It's the worst boss fight I've suffered through. Something from Adventure 2. Probably the final boss of Adventure 2. You have to hand it to Security Breach. They made a boss fight you just like more than Ennard's. Affin's fight is terrible from every aspect. But see, like... I don't even think that deserves being called a boss fight. Then again, I also don't think Ennard's fight deserves being called a boss fight, because it's just standard FNAF gameplay, except there's one enemy instead of a bunch of them. I don't know. Like, I also, the same way I don't consider Night 5 of FNAF 4 to be a boss fight either, even though you're only battling against Nightmare Fredbear there and none of the other guys. But if you consider it to be a boss fight, then yes, it's a terrible fight. It's horrifically made. It's pulling Popstar through that huge vortex and wants your world to collide with this one. We have to stop it, but how? I should have guessed. The answer is that it's a truck thing. We will beat the game with the power of trucks. Trucks reign supreme. That's what I get for looking at chat. The fact that you have to use the voice box thing to get rid of Fox or Roxy and the game doesn't tell you is awful. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. Like the fact that pretty much every YouTuber I saw beat that boss fight did it through just brute force trial and error and getting lucky, not through any like you can say that there's an element of RNG in beating the 420 modes on the other FNAF games, and maybe there is a little bit, but not, like, you can't beat those without a strategy. You need to have an understanding of the game's mechanics, you need to have a mastery of the game's mechanics. Without that, you can't beat those modes, even if you get the luckiest RNG in the world. But in Security Breach, there is no tactic to defeating Afton. It's just hope you get lucky and that the game doesn't screw you over, which I guess that's just most of Security Breach, is hoping you get lucky and hoping the game doesn't completely screw you over for absolutely no reason. Also, I remember at the beginning of the game we were a cute little pink thing floating through a nice grassland, swallowing creatures whole. It was a fun time. Now we're doing a truck thing. Oh. We're also doing quick time events. Well, that was an experience. Is this Planet Popstar? Everything is being pulled in. I need to close the connection between worlds. Even if it takes all the power I've got. No, Chip, don't do it. We love you, Chip. Okay, goodbye, Chip. Hey, Kirby. Thanks for everything. And so the land was forgotten. Oh, Kirby's a little sad boy. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this is copyrighted. Just shot in the dark. Stab in the dark. Just a wild guess. I did it. I did it. It only took me almost a full year. But I did it. I beat the cute little pink ball game. Ah. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I can't say I didn't enjoy that. I don't know how I feel about the whole end of it, where it all just becomes the universe is falling apart at the seams. But I did say I wanted a more climactic boss fight than King DDDDD, who died in 5 seconds. So I guess I got my wish, but I imagine that probably means more if you actually are into the Kirby lore, which I'm not. So to me, it was just complete insanity. Did I have problems with part 1 because it played then as well? Actually I don't think I did. So I guess I'm safe then. I don't think part 1 is copyrighted. Although even if it's copyrighted on this channel, if for some reason YouTube decides to fuck with me again and it actually does get copyrighted here and it didn't in part 1, then I'm still fine because this channel is monetized, so we're all good. We're all good. What's next on my weekend streams? Well, for me and Neil, we're gonna play Deep Rock Galactic. That was a game that was recommended to us for co-op play, and it's on Game Pass, and it seems like something that he would enjoy, so we're gonna try that out. We're not gonna stream tomorrow, because Neil is busy tomorrow. And because of that, I've made myself busy tomorrow with recording something else. We're gonna try to stream next week, and make no promises. Next Saturday, I won't be doing anything. But next Sunday, we're gonna try to stream. And then April 8th, and it's just, I'm blocking that whole day off. But, as for what game I want to play next, I think I might do Crash Bandicoot 2. I played Crash Bandicoot 1... Was it last year? Was it last year that I played Crash Bandicoot 2? It was either last year or the year before. I think it might have... It was either last year or the year before that. I've completely lost track of time. How long it's been since I've played these things. It might have been 2 years. Actually, I think it might have been 2 years ago. I think it was 2021 that I played Crash Bandicoot. But I played the first game, and I didn't want to play games 2. I overall enjoyed Crash Bandicoot 1, but I didn't love it enough to keep playing the rest of the trilogy. But I own the trilogy, so I may as well give it a shot. We'll see what happens. We shall suffer with Last of Us 2 tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Monday. Last of Us 2 will be back on Monday. Weekends are for streams, weekdays are for Let's Plays. So you get 1 day off from Last of Us 2. So yeah, that's, I don't know when my next solo stream will be, but that'll probably be what I play next, is Crash Bandicoot 2. Just because I'm gonna need a chat to keep me sane, because there were some pretty significant hitbox issues in the first game on the Insane Trilogy, and I'm expecting more of that to happen, so the only way I'm gonna keep myself sane is if I have a chat to help me push through. See how in 2 years of the post-game. Nah, I'm not gonna play the post-game. I generally don't. I didn't play the post-game for Pokemon Sword either. Even though FG really wanted me to, I'm not that into Pokemon, nor am I that into this. I enjoyed this, and it has my earnest, if you haven't played Kirby in the Forgotten Land yet, which I'm guessing you probably have if you're in this stream, then it has my earnest recommendation. I really enjoyed it, but not enough to make me want to do the post-game or check out the other Kirby games. But I don't regret buying it. I really, really enjoyed this. And I believe that's probably going to be a wrap. It was a short stream. Well, I say short. It's almost 2 hours. It's been almost 2 hours since we started, but still shorter than usual. Usually try to go for around 3 hours, but we finished up the game, and that is a wrap on Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So I think we're going to cap things off right here, because I blocked off until 2 p.m. my time today for a stream. So this, if I end here, it gives me an extra hour to get some things in order that I didn't have time to do this morning. So, before I have to start binge recording Last of Us Part 2 this afternoon. I can't wait. I'm so excited to continue playing that game. And the thing is, it's not even like Apollo Justice, where I didn't want to record it, because, I actually wanted to record Apollo Justice. I wanted to get through that game as fast as possible because of how crap it was and how much I hated it. Whereas with The Last of Us 2, I'm just like, I don't want to play this. It doesn't There's nothing. With Apollo Justice, there was stuff to talk about. There was engaging stuff happening. But with The Last of Us 2, it's just so much. I said it already. It's a slog. It's such a slog. It's so goddamn boring. And I'm expecting there to be a moment where something major happens that makes me want to throw something at my screen, because otherwise I don't know where all the conversation is coming from about The Last of Us 2. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the stream today. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing me play Kirby in the Forgotten Land. It's a bit late to say this now, but hey, thanks for 6K subscribers, since that's the whole reason I played this game in the first place. We're at 26K subscribers now. So just to give you, that should give you an idea of how much time has passed since I started playing the cute little pink ball game. So hopefully hopefully you enjoyed seeing me play this game. If you haven't played it yet, then go play it for yourself. You won't regret it. For now, I'm going to go get some writing done for one of the many videos I hope to release in April, in the hopes that it won't be invalidated in about 2 weeks. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you soon for whatever it is you decide to watch next. Have a good day, everybody.